Greetings viewers, this is Monotone Maverick coming at you with another review video. And I do want to add by apologizing, I know it's been a minute since I've uploaded a video. I will say things will be changing soon with some of my upcoming videos, so that way there'll be more coming in the near future and it'll be much more consistent compared to what I've done lately. That and also, as I mentioned before in previous videos, I've been busy with work and I've been doing other things that have been taking up much of my time. So that's mainly the reasons why. But with that being said, it's about time we finish the Liger Zero video compilation. You've always seen the CAS armors from the Jaeger, Schneider, and Panzer, but this one is a little bit different. As stated before, this is the Liger Zero X, the Empire version of the Liger Zero. Well, without further ado, let's get straight to the kit. And here we have the high-end master model Liger Zero X. And I must say this brings back memories of the figure that came out with Bandai, the customized mobilized line back in the early mid-2000s. But better. For starters, the color scheme is definitely different. Normally in the basic Liger Zero kits, the skeletal system or the blades on the body are mostly black, whereas in this case they're brown. And I will admit, I think I prefer the black, but in this case it makes sense. Of course, this is belonging to the Empire, whereas the Liger Zero itself is for the Republican side. And I mentioned during one of earlier videos of the history behind Zoids, especially in the manga and the anime. Of course, these two different sides, the Empire and Republic. But in any case, for this kit, the brown body and legs definitely do pop out differently. The polycaps over here, they're kind of like reddish pinkish color for the Liger Zero. Here we have black. And this color combination with the black polycaps and the brown skeletal system do work well together. Aside from that, you also the claws or the paws, the feet, whatever you want to call them, they're silver here compared to the I would say gold for the Liger Zero, and the gold here, whereas normally it's white for the Liger Zero. Now I do want to add that I did some custom painting in this kit. Everything that was like a tacky yellow gold color I didn't really like, so all of them I just painted gold. I enjoyed it a lot better. This stands out a lot more. The only ones I didn't really paint would be these pistons and his legs here. That actually came out with the kit, so I didn't need to worry about that. But that was the only thing I actually did some custom paint on this kit. Everything else did turn out well. Aside from that, the black for the shoulders here and some parts of the body do work well with the color combination. The navy blue over this kit is absolutely amazing. It just works so well with it. Even the translucent blue for the shoulders. Every time I see that on any kit, I always enjoy just seeing that. Now, majority of the time, you see that translucent for the eyes in these kits. So the fact that there's something else with it, to me, it sticks out. But aside from that, like all the colors that I just mentioned do work well with each other, whether it be contrast or compare. It just works well, and I just love the way how this looks. Now to get a closer look at the kit, let me show you some articulation. Now, the legs, of course, to be the same as any other Liger Zero kit. But I will say that some of these shoulders make it in the way, so just watch out for that. But same thing, moving at the shoulders, the front elbow, the paws are the same. None of that has really changed. The mouth can move. The head can move around, but I feel like these could be in the way just a little bit. I do want to add, just like the paws or the feet, the teeth are silver, same color, and to me, I think I like the silver a lot better than the gold teeth of the regular Liger Zero. I do like, yeah, I feel like that stands out a lot more. Now the back legs can move around like so. Now tail, now normally the way how the tail is here, the length, is actually how it shows in the directions. However, there's an extra piece here that comes with the parts. So you could make the tail longer. I believe I mentioned this in the previous video, but normally they only say to make 3 articulating points of the tail. But normally I use 4 because it gives us a few more extra pieces for a leg extension. We say, however, for this kit, this piece right here, and I changed this out from other points here, but for some reason, no matter which one I use, it always kind of like flops. So I have no idea why. I want to think that because this here for the Liger Zero X is a little bit too heavy. That's the thing. That's the only thing I can think of. But speaking of which, these can move around. This one can still move. Oh, and that's the one thing about the tails and all these Liger Zero kits. Sometimes they tend to come apart. But different points here. Yep, and see. Normally I'll use glue, but that could cause some friction and I won't be able to move the tail as freely. But of course those are just the standard points, as just like the other kits. But in this case though, some extra articulation points. This one can still move this bottom part of the head ever so slightly. These can actually stick out. This is as far as it can go, but you can actually move all these individually. So you can add some flair to the head of the Liger Zero X if you also choose. This can still move around, like so. And the shoulders, they actually do move up. Oop. And that should not happen. But it's easy fix, just only one point where it sticks out. There we go. And these are basically, I would say, like vents, like a cooling system for the Liger Zero X. And I see these here, which is a little bit different than the Bandai version so many years ago. These look like, I guess, just anchors or some sort of points that you can use to lift this up. Similar to, let's say, the hood of a car. There's a rod that some cars have. That way the hood can stay up. Some windows have these too. So I find this kind of interesting that they add these I guess certain anchors or certain like poles for this to stick out, even though this kit doesn't really need it, but it's just little things that really stand out. I will say though, this color here for the shoulders, a little bit interesting, I might add. I don't know if I would use like this looks like a very, very light blue, like a very light cloudy blue, or powder blue for that matter. Interesting color choice. I don't hate it, but I think it may complement the colors well. Just a little bit different than what I expected. So that's the same. And one thing about these is that you need to be careful. You can't just push down on these themselves. You actually need to grab this part that sticks out and lower that. I actually find that a little bit interesting on this kit. And last but not least, you have these side stabilizers, and these shoulders just keep on popping off. Now these do stick out. They can go forward, and these are actually pretty individual. You can move these independently, however you wish. So I actually do like that. Didn't need to do that, but it's kind of nice they did. So these do. I can get my finger underneath there. Up, there we go. You can extend these stabilizers out. And yep, I think I got that one too. Nice. And I almost forgot the body can move like so. And extend like that as well. So these can stand out. Similar to the Liger Zero Schneider with those blades. So they can go forward, they can stick out to the sides, however you wish. So definitely a lot of good articulation points in this kit, I might add. Definitely a plus, I would say, on this kit alone. So just push that back. And that's it for, oh, and of course you have this little gun on the bottom of the kit. And that's about it for articulation. Now I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison, even though this is not really needed, just because all the kits are roughly the same size. The only thing that really makes the size difference is the bulk of the armor. Definitely depends, just I would say definitely the bulkiest. Jaeger was surprisingly bulky. Of course, you can take a look at that review video. The Schneider wasn't too bad, but the only side-by-side I want to do is the Liger Zero X with, of course, the original Liger Zero. So of course, like I mentioned before, look here, the basic black, the brown, the red, the black here, and of course at certain points, the white heels, the golden heels, gold toes, silver on this one, white mouth, black mouth, gold teeth, silver teeth, orange translucent eyes, green translucent eyes. So it definitely gives you a good comparison. Like I said earlier, these colors do match pretty well. I will admit, the only thing, of course, I'll argue is this one right here, the powder blue. But anyway, aside from that, though, these really do. You can tell these, of course, are two different ones: the Republic, the Empire, or Imperial. I think I said Empire before, right? But it might be Imperial. Correct me in the comments. But yes, really good comparison. If in case I get the Empire Liger Zero, which is basically this, but with red armor compared to the white, I'll be sure to do another side-by-side comparison, another video with that, in due time, of course. And that's it for side-by-side comparisons. Not meant for a side-by-side comparison, but I just want to show everyone the completed line so far. And yes, I am a cat guy. And of course, this wouldn't be a proper Liger Zero review without some aerial poses. And of course, just like the other ones, this one works the best. I would say one of the best. The Schneider definitely is up there. Jaeger 2, Panzer, of course, did not make sense, like I said in the review video, but this one does work. Just with those stabilizers out, and aerial assault is proper. even though the Liger Zero is mostly grounded for the most part, but it works out with this one. And of course, with that being said, the possibilities are endless. Just regular for a pounce attack or just having those stabilizers out, it works wonders. So definitely the imagination is all in your hands in case this is a kit that you want to get for yourself. With that being said, let's get straight to the good, the bad, and everything else in between. The good is, of course, the build was pretty good. I did like this build. It wasn't too complicated. Nothing really took more time than it need to, so I will say that much. I will say did get a little bit I don't want to say overwhelming, but just the fact that I had to build the same pieces over and over again just because of all these review videos. They get a little bit tedious, I'll say that much. But that aside, I am thankful for the way how it looks, the way how it just stands out like that. So I am thankful for that. Another good, as I stated before, are the colors. They work well, surprisingly well, like I stated. The brown does work pretty good. With the gold, with the silver, and even with the armor itself for the Liger Zero X. Translucent blue, I do want to say that did stands out the most. I do like the fact that you can actually see those vents inside those shoulders, so I do really like that. Really shows like almost like an exoskeleton sort of thing, so that works pretty well. The articulation, of course, is good, aside from the basic articulation with the legs, the body, the head, but those stabilizers are pretty good. The shoulders, of course, are good as well. The aesthetic or the look of it really does stand out. I didn't find this too bulky. I was actually finding kind of like a mixture of bulk and sleek because there's no armor in the legs, as you can tell. Aside from the shoulders, yeah, there's no armor at all with the legs. And I think I do like that too. Makes I guess the aesthetic of this is to make the Liger very mobile, very fast, but still have what it needs to have a very good close range attack. In this case, with those energy stabilizers on the sides. And that's a good. And are there any bad? Just very little nitpicking bad, I would say. Like I mentioned, for some reason that tail is very loose on this kit. I have no idea why. The tail hasn't been loose on the other Liger Zero kits, so I don't know why this one's giving some issues. I want to say perhaps because the end of that tail is a bit heavy. Granted though, the Jaeger, the Schneider, and the Panzer, I thought they were a little bit heavy too, but the tails were fine on that one, so I have no idea why this one is giving me some issues. But other than that, not much to really say about the bad. I didn't really have any issues with the extra pieces. I don't really question, like I mentioned earlier, about that silver pieces inside the shoulders right beside the vents, only used as a rod to lift the shoulders up. I wouldn't say that was an issue. It's definitely not an issue. Just that's like interesting in the build of this, but definitely not an issue. But other than that, like there's only one other one I can think of, and it's for these blue pieces on the head. I would say because of those shoulders are in the way, it's kind of hard for those to really extend out as much. And you're gonna need to move the head a little bit just so you can get those side head stabilizers out. But other than that, that was the only thing. But yeah, other than that, this is a pretty solid kit. I gotta give it that. So of course, is this a kit worth getting? Absolutely. I really pick up this kit. If you're not tired of building like Liger Zeros over and over again, like I am, just kidding. Go pick this kit up. Aside from the color aesthetic, the Liger Zero X was a really fun build. Really adds well to your collection in case this is something you want to pick up. Whether you are a Zords fan or just a model kit enthusiast like myself, this is a really good kit to pick up and just have fun building it. And just like I mentioned, if in case you want to get some spray paint, this one I got, and this one I always recommend, the Tamiya color. This one has always been good. This company, this brand has always been good for me. So this is the one I use, the TS21 Gold. I thought that works best with the color scheme here. But yeah, in case you want to do any customization on this kit, I'll say go for it. This is a good kit to do that. So yeah, pick it up or order it. It will add well to your collection. Thank you all for watching. I know it has been a minute since I last posted a video, so thank you for your patience. I do apologize for that, but as I stated before, I'm going to change a few things up a bit so that way I'll be a little bit more consistent and things will be a little bit better and time manage on my schedule, of course. With that being said, though, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I do enjoy and I do appreciate all of you who have subscribed, who have liked my videos, or share my videos. I have seen your comments for those who have commented, and I do reply back. So thank you for that. Whether it be you commented earlier, you commented later, I will reply. So thank you for that. And with that being said, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way you will know of any videos. And I'm not saying it will take some time, but at least you'll be aware when they'll be posted. And of course, look down below. I have a link to my Instagram page where I have pictures of all the videos I have reviewed, along with my Reddit page too, that I also post videos. And of course, I also belong to some other I would say, what's the other word I'm looking for? Reddit user groups, I would say. And of course, if you have any discussions of how to start on the kits or what kind of colors you should use, what tools you can use, please join those communities I'm a part of. And I can give you my own 2 cents. And of course, there are other users who can share their 2 cents as well. And of course, there are 2 videos here. So I'm going to go with these Liger Zero video reviews I made. Of course, I made a playlist so you can see all of them in their continuity. And there's a video here that YouTube picked out from a previous review I've done. Who knows? But with all that said and done, thank you again for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Until next time, keep on building.